just pass and I'm homebound.
Tomorrow, I think. Practice it.
I'm calling this guy out online. His car says 550i. It's got pre-facelift tails, pre-facelift door panels, little wheels and tires. That's a 28 or, wait a minute, they had 25, 30, and 45 as pre-facelift models. It's one of those.
They could at least put an M badge on it. They're gonna
Yeah, they should have put the M5 badge on it and then dropped it 4 feet. Yeah, that looks different. This is Wave House.
Allegedly, we heard that they're redoing this whole restaurant.
Okay, you guys can't see. We're by Jakes and Poseidon in Del Mar. But there's Vega and Saturn and the moon. See beautiful stars to the west, nothing to the north towards Los Angeles, too much light pollution. You know what it is?
Looks like pasta.
Good morning, it's time to wrap things up. So we went to En Fuego for dinner tonight in Del Mar. We had to run over to Home Depot to pick up a hose for the back. The thing had a huge hole in it, it was leaking. Before that, we fully cleaned the E60. We're gonna get some updated photos tomorrow. It's out there pretty well spotless. It was dirty inside, it was dirty outside. We took the thing to Palm Desert last week, and sitting outside now, it doesn't stay as clean as it once did. So that's taken care of. Earlier today we mowed the lawn, I vacuumed the house, we did a bunch of work, but had a really nice lunch and then walk on the beach over at Wave House in Pacific Beach. That was awesome. It was a beautiful day. This is a great time of year to be here. I've never been here in September before. You've lost the tourists. We're after Labor Day, so things are a little calmer. Restaurants minorly noticeable in traffic, but everything's a little calmer. The weather's maybe even better. It's clearer, still warm, still cool at night. As you can see, I'm wearing a quarter zip, but I still have shorts on. It's great. Fantastic time of year to be here, and it carries into October. The only downside is it gets dark pretty early, like sunsets, I think in the 6 o'clock hour somewhere. So that's the only negative. Otherwise, I want to talk about iOS 11 for a minute. I've been pushing this off for like a week. I didn't want to talk about it until I gave it some time to settle in, but now it has. So the day of the keynote was it was like the first full day I was here, I think, a week ago this past Tuesday. So it's been over a week, closer to 10 days. The keynote, they released the Goldmaster. The Goldmaster is 9 times out of 10 the final build that is released publicly on debut day. If there's a huge problem with the Goldmaster, it still gives them time to push it out to all the developers, figure out what the problem is, and correct it before the final launch. So I tried this years ago with like iOS 5 and 6 and did the Goldmaster, and that was the one they just for fun disabled Wi-Fi on or disabled cellular or something. It was unusable. You had to go back to the other one. It was not usable. It was a huge cluster. They fixed it in the final release, and I said I would never do it again. So I did it again this year. Everybody else had it. Everybody else says, oh yeah, it's great. Everything works fine. Steven's like, oh, the battery life's good. Not making fun of you, Steven. I think something's just wrong with my device. It is a total train wreck. I have told everybody, do not update to iOS 11. It's a completely botched operating system. Maybe some of you guys are on it. Maybe something's wrong with my device. I reinstalled it. It still hasn't fixed it. So usually let's go back a month. So when I first got the iPhone 7 to about a month ago, I was using 1 charge a day. I would take it off the charger when I woke up. By the time I went to bed, I was less than 10%. It was perfect. I plugged it in. I was good. Then in the last month on iOS 10, I was like, it's 10 o'clock. I have to plug it in. Not a huge deal. Now, I am 3 charges a day. In about 4 hours of very light use, it goes from full to nothing. I reinstall the operating system. I kill all the apps. Nothing's running in the background that's crazy. I go into settings, battery usage, and it's just normal. Mail and messages, background activities, display, stuff uses power. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. It is chewing power. I get navigation on my phone. No other apps are open. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are off. The screen's halfway down. It's in low power mode. I'm using maps to go 10 miles. It'll drop 30%, and 10 miles, 15 minutes on the road. It is crazy how bad it is. Joe's had the same problem on his iPhone 6S. I think it's the 6S or 6 or whatever. It's totally screwed. So the .0 upgrades always suck, but this year it's pretty much unusable. So I am going to go back to iOS 10. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. And I will not update to 11 until this is fixed. If it's fixed. They may not. Maybe this is just the way it is now. You're supposed to go through 2 or 3 charges a day. I can't do that. That's unusable. So that's my feedback on that. If you guys have a different experience or the same experience, please let me know. With that, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. We'll talk tomorrow, Saturday. Good night.